Chapter 22 The Ultimate Disgrace. Even though he stood on the other side of the large bedroom, Alec's enormous figure loomed over us as if it were the mansion, casting us in deep black shadow. A chill shot up and down my spine. This was it. This was going to be the end. "Hello there." His cold, dark blue eyes seemed to impale both of ours from behind his thick-framed glasses. "I see you're enjoying my spare bedroom. Obelia used to fancy this room until she decided she preferred the West Wing suite. In any case, as you've most likely deduced, I am the brave and infinitely wise Alec Badalux. Welcome to the mansion." Again, he took big pauses as he talked, like he had to think long and hard about what he was going to say. "I must admit I'm appalled anybody managed to break into this well-defended estate. So if you don't mind my asking, who are you two, and what do I owe this unexpected visit?" His words sounded nice enough, but those sharp eyes said the total opposite. I racked my brain, but nothing came to mind. "To be honest," Stasha said in a light, innocent voice, "we haven't a clue. At least I don't. As you've presumably deduced, we both have LYN. We simply couldn't control ourselves." What a priceless idea. No way could Stasha and I reveal our true mission of trying to get proof of the ruler's corruptness if we had any chance in a blue moon of getting out of this. "It's true." My voice trembled a bit. "I didn't even realize I was here until that guy hit me with the bat. It was like I was unconscious and someone threw cold water on me or something." I forced a grin, though it felt faker than the lies the Badalux family had been telling Middleton for generations. Those things hurt like crazy, you know. Alec's frigid expression didn't change. "That might be true." He took a step forward, and I fought the urge to take a step back. "Though I'm personally not positive LYN truly exists. There is a reason I invented the term and instigated a rule against it." "And why is that?" Stasha asked. Oh, who cared? Though maybe she asked him to bide us some time to think of a way out of this. Alec talked slow enough, that was for sure. I racked my brain again, but again couldn't think of anything. Not with those two kids pointing their guns at Stasha and me. "To instill fear in society, of course," Alec said. "Keep everyone doing their job of digging up precious VOs and books for myself and my family, so we could get smarter." He fiddled with his glasses with a pale, crinkly hand. A proud smile twisted his lips. "Thought of it myself. I'm really quite intelligent, don't you agree?" So that's why he wanted all those VOs and books. Not just for entertainment, but so he and his family would be smarter than everyone else in Middleton. It also explained why he told the other Badaluxes to go to the library after the ceremony for their daily study session. Why was he so obsessed with his family being intelligent? Maybe it had something to do with that mantra-like statement he said after he ordered everybody to go to the library. The one about how, at the end of the day, only intelligent people got respect. Alec's smile vanished just as quickly as it came, another layer of ice growing over his eyes. "As you know, there's a penalty for exhibiting signs of LYN. Same for breaking any of the Middleton rules. However, breaking through the manor's defenses, taking out the gate guards, and gallivanting about the place like it's your own personal playground, I think it's safe to say your punishment shall be nothing short of death." He let that last word boom out extra loud. Even though I'd expected it before the kid's bat hit my legs, had known it was a risk before I even broke into the mansion, it felt like 10 bats just battered through my chest. "Please, great and wise Alec Badalux." Stasha's voice wavered real bad now, her face corpse white. "There's no need for such an extreme punishment. Like I said, LYN is real, and we have it. We hadn't an inkling of what we were doing. Could you find it in your heart to dispatch us at the edge of the Middleton Farms? We could reside with the savage tribes and never trouble you again." Another great idea. If only I'd thought of something to help the situation too. Every inch of my being burned for Alec's answer, but if possible, his eyes grew even darker and colder.
"I'm afraid not, little girl. You see, because of you and your partner's reckless break-in, you know too much about the true nature of this manor and the Badalux family. We simply cannot take the risk of such knowledge being divulged to the rest of Middleton, or those savage tribes for that matter."
A double knot tied in my stomach. "But what about your servants and guards? They obviously know your secrets and don't tell anyone. We'll do that too, we promise."
"They're all descendants of my original loyal servants," Alex said, "so they have a legacy to uphold. Plus, because of their elite stations, they have special privileges, such as being permitted to swim in the swimming pool or play in the entertainment rooms when off duty."
Right, just like the servants who looked after Stasha's manor.
"I imagine they wouldn't want to jeopardize.
Jeopardize, Stasha shuddered as soon as she said it. Alex stomped his foot and winced. Did she have to say it? He bared his teeth like a wild animal.
"Well, I'm aware it's jeopardize, little girl."
Then his features drooped, and he stared down at the wooden floor. I stole a quick glance at Stasha, who grimaced and raised her eyebrows at me. Now what was going on?
"Even a girl who's never read a book in her life is making fun of me,"
he said in a voice that scraped the wooden floor. Weird. He was sad, and apparently about the fact people made fun of him. Then again, the way he talked so slowly and got angry so easily. He obviously wasn't the brightest guy in Middleton, and he looked like a caveman, the way he stomped his foot whenever he got upset. Now that I thought about it, it all made sense. When he was a boy in the suburb gang, the other kids must have made fun of him a lot behind his back, even though he was such a great warrior. So much it became obvious. That must have been why he wanted himself and his family to be smarter than everyone else, and it explained his mantra. Alec lifted his head and squared his shoulders.
"As I was saying," he said in his regular, firm, gruff voice, "I imagine my servants wouldn't want to jeopardize the excellent benefits they have here, especially since they couldn't have them and all the mansion's VOs of my family decided to share them with everyone in Middleton."
His eyes grew a little puffy as he fiddled with his glasses again. Weird. Did that make him sad too? I couldn't put a finger on this guy, but then his eyes grew hard again, and that proud smile returned.
"Another wise choice by yours truly. Don't you agree?"
My body temperature dropped to an all-time low. There was no getting out of this, was there?
"In any case," Alex said, "we shall hang you two first thing tomorrow morning in Middleton Township Park. Because of the extremity of your infringement, before hanging you, we will splatter each of your faction's flags with your blood, so that they will be forever tainted. We will also lower each of your faction's current prestige points to -1,000.
Despite the thick knot of horror that rolled through my body, I couldn't help but realize I'd never heard of that punishment before. Might have been the first time Alec assigned it. Not that I gave a piece of horse crap about the part concerning my faction's prestige points. He narrowed his massive, bushy black eyebrows at us.
"Then you shall each be hanged below your respective factions' blood-tainted flags. It will be the ultimate disgrace, a reminder to the rest of Middleton never to attempt such a severe violation of the law."
Bile burned the back of my throat. This guy was sick, sicker than everyone who'd ever had the plague. Alex's lips curled into a malicious smile.
Until then, have a pleasant night. 2 gunmen will be in charge of guarding this room at all times. Oh, and also be aware that if anything in this room is broken or tampered with by tomorrow morning, you 2 will meet an even worse, more painful demise.
He headed toward the door. "Wait!" Stasha cried, but before she could get anything else out, he left the room. The 2 guards followed him. The last one walked backwards while he pointed his gun at us. Then the door closed and the lock turned with another click that tolled low in my gut. I sat on the bed and put my head in my hands. This has got to be the worst way in the history of Middleton to go out. Hanged to death as an example of the ultimate disgrace, even though we risked so much and tried so hard to make everybody's lives better. And nobody will ever know, including our kids. Tears welled in my eyes again, and I let them come this time. Not to mention, I didn't even part with my best friend on decent terms. I wiped my tears away with both hands. It wasn't fair. It just wasn't. Stasha and I had been so close to overthrowing the rulers, so close to saving Middleton's citizens, and maybe even finding our kids, and it had all been for nothing. I gritted my teeth. No, there's gotta be a way out of this. Some way to... "Marv," Stasha murmured. She stared past me at the window, eyes bulging, mouth wide, like she couldn't believe our horrible fate. "Yeah, I know, he's gone. I'm trying to think of a way to get us out of this horrific situation." "No, Marv's here, on the mansion's property." "Stop joking around, Stasha. I don't think anything's gonna make me feel better right now." She shook her head vigorously. "No, I'm serious. Marv's here, in the backyard." "What?" I jumped to my feet and ran to the window. Sure enough, Marv's short, scrawny physique darted along the path that wound through the statues. I could even make out his crazy black hair that jutted up in shocks. "Oh, mother of precious power," I murmured. "It really is him."